What's going on, you guys? So I got an email, and it's also available on Steam. The roadmap for Starship Troopers Terran Command has been released, so we can get an idea of where we're going with this game here. All right, so Federal Council has been hard at work on new plans, and we are ready to tell you about the new plans. Okay, so here it is. This is the roadmap. So free is, well, it's if you bought the game, these are additional things that you're going to get for free, which and then paid is for the upcoming DLC. So don't think of this as like, hey, I'm getting this for free. This is if you bought the game, you're getting this for free because you bought the game. All right, balancing UX improvements, cool. New scenario and new unit, cool. Achievements, new challenge missions, those are really cool. I like those. High scores for challenge missions. And the big one, the scenario editor. Okay, this is huge. I mentioned this, I believe, in my first impressions. I don't know if I released a review on this, but I mentioned that it needs a scenario editor. This game, for it to live, to actually, live past the first year, needs a scenario editor. It doesn't have multiplayer, so it needs a scenario editor to have that replayability. Let the community sink their teeth into it. Another game that I play is RimWorld, and there are tons of modifications and changes that people have made with their scenario editor and into the game that has just added dozens to hundreds of hours for every player for this game that's only single player. So I'm hoping, because this scenario editor is being released and everybody's going to get it, that it's going to extend the life of this game years out. All right, there's also going to be a new game mode focused on replayability. That's good. I like that. I wonder what that's going to be focusing. I'm thinking of something. Wonder if they're going to do something like Battlestar Galactica. If you guys are familiar with that skirmish mode kind of thing. All right, so for paid, this is if for paid DLC. So you're going to get a new mini campaign based around challenge missions, and then DLC campaign set in new environments. Ooh. So new planet, I'm assuming. All right. Initial free updates will focus on balance and interface. Following that, an update will contain a free scenario and a new Federation unit. Following update will bring achievements and new challenge missions, freshly implemented high score system. I like to just put a scenario will also be released. I think that's the big thing. That's the most important out of everything I'm reading here. Scenario editor, I think, is going to do much more than any DLC and any additional like high achievements or even new challenge missions. The scenario editor is going to bring life to this game for years. Allowing players to craft their own maps and scenarios. Okay, that's really cool. I hope I don't see anything here like their own maps, scenarios, weapons. I wish they would add more. I'm hoping there's more. Hoping players can craft their own weapons. And it would be really cool if to give players more like additional things to like make custom units kind of thing, custom uniforms, things like that, just like really branch out the game, give the players full access to control basically everything in the game. Obviously you can't make changes to the game engine, but all the textures and all that good stuff. All right. Finally, a new top secret game modes to enhance replayability is being worked on. Will be released in 2023. All right, we're planning to release 2 paid-for DLCs within the first year of release. First is a mini campaign based on challenge missions. More extensive DLC will follow with an entire campaign set in a new environment and featuring additional units. Would you like to know more? All right, so that's about it. Okay. Speaking of new content, we're about to open a new beta. The Federation once again calls its citizens. Adds a new unit type, a squad of troopers making use of chemical weapons. Ooh, that's interesting. New scenario called Chemical Reaction. Arachnid test subjects have broken out of an experimental lab, and it's up to the player to clear them out. The option for units to prioritize certain types of enemies automatically. That is cool. I like that. A highly requested feature and very useful for snipers. Okay. All right. Awesome. But yeah, like I said, I really hope they sink their teeth into that scenario editor. I think, you know, that's where the game will shine, is that scenario editor. The DLCs are nice. They'll, you know, add a couple missions, but giving the community the chance to mold the game into what they want, I think will go a long way. I do hope in the future, you know, we start seeing, you know, possibility of multiplayer being added into the game. I think that's really important. Not right away, but I think down, you know, maybe 2-3 years out, adding that as a key component would be really cool. Will give a lot of life to the game. Multiplayer is where, you know, reason why games like Age of Empires 3 and, you know, games that are 10, 20 years old, you know, still have life in them. You know, I mean, heck, I was playing Combat Mission Africa Corps with my buddy, and that game came out, what, 20 plus years ago. So multiplayer, I think, is very, very important. I think that needs to be on the roadmap. Not right away, but it needs to be, you know, within the next couple of years. Scenario editor is very important for at least the first year. You have to get people to roll over to the second year, and then, you know, to the third year, and so on, until you can get them that multiplayer. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this scenario editor. The DLCs are nice, but I think the scenario editor is where we're gonna see the real beauty of the game come out, where people are going to be going crazy and hog wild, making some really crazy scenarios and maps and weapons and units, and it's going to be awesome. All right, catch you guys in the next one. See you then.